Nothing you can do about it.
On a related note to the sheet fucking that I'm still convinced that Stephen
Let's go back to that. Yes, please.
Yeah.
True.
Did you see that the Canadian Health Agency suggested glory holes for hooking up during these times of COVID?
I only
You're
read the
making this up.
headlines, but I did see something about that.
It's I'm not making it up. It is not. This is not an Onion article. This is real.
That's so
This is
stupid.
just written by one person who wants people to go to glory holes. Like, this is not.
That's exactly what it is. Someone's like, man, all my watering holes have been dry recently. I need to, get a little more action over there.
According to the Center for Disease Control, the Raleigh Adult Bookstore is perfect for this.
They say the best way to avoid COVID is to stick your big dick through the hole at the Starbucks at 5th and Simpson between 9 and 11 a.m. Monday through Thursday.
How is that like? And look, I don't know the science behind this. I have not looked it up, but like you've got to be able to transfer it with sex too, right?
Like, you'd think, right?
Yeah, you can get AIDS that way. This isn't even
Well,
as
they
bad as
also
AIDS.
recommend condoms and dental dams.
Yeah, and we all know that's propaganda. The Catholic Church told us that much. Praise his name.
Whose name?
It says using condoms, lubricant, and dental dams may help to further reduce the risk. It sounds
Of
like it's an
pleasurable sex.
optional thing. Like,
They're just like, look, kids are gonna fuck and give this virus to each other, so we gotta try to stem it as much as possible.
Listen to this. On the same website where I found this, I also found this article about a Michigan man who is accused of killing and eating grinder hookups. His name is Kevin Bacon. No relation to the actor, I'm sure. And he is facing a lawsuit from a second alleged victim who survived an incident straight out of a horror movie.
Jesus Christ.
He strung him up by the ankles and ate parts of his body, including his testicles.
Is this a real website? Like,
No. Yes! Probably. I mean, it exists.
What is
I mean, I'm not like making this up right now, but
like, what is the? And also, by the way, the idea that like that guy's he's suing, like that's what you do when someone tries to like. What do you sue for?
$75,000 in damages in connection with the incident. Apparently,
$75,000 in damage. Well, he only ate my elbow, so it's not that bad. So
Yeah.
I'd give a little bit of elbow meat for $75,000.
look, if you take the weenus, I mean, that's the what do you do with this?
I'm sure that grows back.
I guess he's accused of neglect, gross negligence, battery, and false imprisonment in the lawsuit. It states the facts of the case are straight out of a horror movie. The poor victim traveled all the way to New York from Michigan. Excuse me, to Michigan from New York for the purposes of engaging in consensual BDSM with the defendant. The defendant does not look like the kind of man who could pull someone across the country, but.
Also,
I like that. I want to take a look.
I'm curious how like desperate someone has to be. I mean, obviously, this is horrible that he went through this, and I really do hope he gets these $75,000 of life changing money. But the idea that like you're in New York, look, if you're in the middle of nowhere, and and you're experimenting with your sexuality and you're trying to meet somebody, I understand driving across country, but if you're in New York. Like, you can't meet someone a little closer?
Yeah.
They were discussing doing something a little more extreme than what they're saying in this article.
There
Definitely so.
You
because
just hit the fucking nail on the head.
You're exactly right, Steve. You don't fuck off all the way to Michigan from New York. You can find someone in New York to engage in your shit with you. This is not the full story, folks. This is not the full story. Not even close.
If you have to go across the country to find from New York, I should add. To find someone who's into what you're into some fucked up shit. Like this has got to be some real dark stuff. Like I got a feeling this guy wanted his testicles eaten or something. Remember that case where like
in Germany or like Norway or something like that, where some guy posted an ad who was like, I think the way it actually went was some guy posted like, I would love to kill you and eat you. And some guy responded like, that's so funny. Just the other day I thought I want to be killed and eaten. And then they get together and the guy kills and eats him. And then they're like, you can't just kill and eat people. And he's like, he responded to my Craigslist ad saying I want to be killed and eaten. And they're like, dude, even so, that's fucked. We got to send you to jail for something.
They're like, we matched on Eater.
I like it.
Matched on Eater. The only 2 users of the site. Tremendously low revisiting rates from the users. Yeah,
Taylor,
constantly
that mic
plummeting.
is too close.
I want to say that what they
Sorry.
did was they cut off the victim's like dick and or balls, and together they consumed them.
Yes, I think you're right. They like sauteed it up Lecter style, and then they both enjoyed a little testicle tartare or something.
Yeah.
So pretty gross. I wouldn't want to eat anyone's testicles.
That's ridiculous. You don't serve that like ceviche style. Like you got to actually cook it. Like
Yeah,
that's,
you do. Yeah, you
You know what would be such a bummer is if like you finally find someone who's willing to let you kill and eat them, and you do it and you cook it and you're like, it just isn't very good. This isn't what I imagined it. I damn it! I should have sous vide'd your cheek meat, not threw it on the stovetop. So that would be disappointing.
Oh, yeah,
But, I mean, you live and learn, is it? Yeah.
Look, we've all been cooking something and accidentally left something on the grill too long or whatever it is, you know, and you're just like, fuck, I got to start this one over. But if Woody's being like, no, perfect every time.
No, I'm like, what, you
Woody's
cook
like,
for
no,
yourself?
never cooked anything.
What do you mean? You just say, "Wife, I'm hungry," and then it kind of just shows up.
If you're tapping your watch at
all
12:30
married
still, what's
someone
with this woman?
too long. No, but that's something like the amount of prep that goes into that is a lot more than just marinating something. So like that's got to suck if you just leave it on a little too long, you get distracted, you know, listen to Pandora or whatever it is, and then suddenly you got to kill a second person.
Yeah, you have to like go back in and tell him as he's sitting there bleeding, like, I ruined your dick and balls. How are you feeling about those fingers, though? You know, the grill's already hot.
I feel like if I were going to be killed and
you are tied up.